Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. Dallas wins another one in a game that maybe wasn't quite the same level of blowout that the score might indicate. Dallas wins 33-10 thanks to a 14-point swing in a matter of like 10 game seconds in the fourth quarter, 14 points, just like that. Dallas wins. They got in, seemingly got out healthy, and got the win to open up their brutal stretch. 3 games, Sunday, Thursday, Thursday. Dallas got the win. Wasn't the prettiest. Doesn't matter. Let's go through my keys to victory, and if those happened, and discuss some of your key players as well. Number 1, defensive dominance. I think that absolutely happened today. At the ground game, the ground defense was not very good. Chuba Hubbard, 10 carries, 57 yards. Miles Sanders, 11 carries, 50 yards. So you got gashed on the ground. You also had another Daron Bland pick-6. He keeps doing it. It blows my mind. To put it in perspective, Adam Thielen has had a very good year this year for Carolina. He has 4 touchdowns too. I think the Cowboys have like 1 or 2 guys at 4 or more. It's insane. 7 sacks of Bryce Young. They did give a half sack to Micah, so 2.5, not 3 to Micah Parsons, a half to Jaron Kearse, 1 to Tank, a half to Dorrance Armstrong, a half to Chauncey Golston, and a sack for Sam Williams. And of the 30-odd dropbacks from Bryce Young, pressure on like half of them. If you play the Cowboys defense in fantasy, congratulations. You should probably win this football game. That was a hell of an effort out of the Dallas Cowboys up front. So overall, grade the Dallas Cowboys against the Carolina Panthers. How do you feel about the way they played in this football game? A, B, C, D, or F? It is the pinned comment on today's show. If the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Key to victory number 2, Dak Dominance. Didn't really happen today. I mean, if you're describing Dak's play out, that's fine. Some pressures, some drops, some missed throws. The numbers don't really stand out of like, oh yeah, that was great. Safe football. A lot of cover 2, a lot of short stuff. Not a great third quarter. There weren't as many drives as you'd normally get for Dak. In total, it was 25-38 for 189 and 2 scores. It's pretty middling, frankly. Of the stretch he had been on, that was not impressive, frankly. Fine. You got the win. You moved the ball decently enough. Capitalized on some red zone plays. Fine. Wasn't great. Not bad. But from this MVP run he's been on, it was not an MVP caliber game. That was like a okay football game. No turnovers, no sacks, despite some pressures. Safe football. Wouldn't work against the Niners. Works fine against Carolina. Now, today's show is made possible by Factor Meals. America has Factor as its #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Help you fill up fast for breakfast, lunch, dinner, with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle, all while tackling your holiday to-dos. If you are too busy to cook, clean, prep, etc., they've got you guys covered. Head over to factormeals.com/CowboysChat50. That's code CowboysChat50 to get 50% off. Code CowboysChat50 at factormeals.com/CowboysChat50 to get 50% off. Links in the comments and the description of today's video. Key to victory number 3, run that football. And they finally did late. Not a great ground game effort overall. The raw numbers are going to say 27 for 170, 4 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. However, that does include 3 kneel downs from Cooper Rush. So let's take away and make it 24 out of 140. Now you're up to up to, doing math on the fly here, folks, 4.33. It's not too bad. You also got cute and ran 2 wildcat looks, 10 of which destroyed Tony Pollard. So let's make it instead 114 for 23 as the better indication of what this ground game was. And that's nearly 5 yards per carry. Tony Pollard averaged 5 yards per carry, had an awesome 20-yard touchdown run, and it should have been 11 for 71 for TP. So overall, good stuff. Rico Dowdle, 8 for 23, some late game stuff where the backup O-line, the backup O-line does not do a good job. It's fine. Turpin had a reverse for 13 yards. Lamb had 1 for 7. Ground game was better, was much better today. Still room to work on. You got to do it even better when you're going to. The Panthers were in 2-eye shell almost all game, it felt like. When they didn't, Dak cooked them. So if they're going to be in 2-eye shell, run the football. Still don't trust that ground game. Who gets the game ball for you today? I'm going to go with Daron Bland. That's my pick. Another pick-6? He keeps doing it. Blows my mind. A bit of a ref show as well. 8 flags on Carolina, but they also were right flags. So, I think a lot of routes to go. Who gets game ball? Sound off in the comments section. Number 4, key to victory, the turnover battle. Dallas turned over 0 times today. There was maybe 1 pass of a tip that could have been picked by off of Prescott. Bryce Young, the pick-6, and a fumble all in the 4th quarter. Okay, it's fine. You did not make the big mistake. It was not a perfect game from the Cowboys. I think there's a lot you're going to sit down on Monday and go, first 3 quarters, this was bad. This was mediocre. This was average. This was poor. There's a lot of room to work on, but I told you, 33-10. You said, they play in the 4th quarter. Said no. They set them in the second half of the 4th quarter. We'd have all taken it. If you enjoy our Dallas Cowboys watch parties, it's a great spot for you. Hit that sub button right now. YouTube.com/CowboysTV so you don't miss out. Free videos every single day right here on the Cowboys Report. Final key to victory was avoid the trap game. I would argue you kind of fell into a trap for the first half and first 3 quarters. And your defense did not do a good job stopping the run. Your offense had some punts early. It went punt, touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown, punt. And then you got scoring drives, then you at the end of the game. You actually had that many drives on offense, frankly. The Panthers did a good job keeping your offense off the field, trying to limit your total drives. You only had 9. Not that many, frankly. But you delivered. You stepped up, and you got the win. My goal today, get in, get the win, get out. You did that. Your ownership did not take this game seriously. They announced finally Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor on the road. In their own stadium, they announced that. Utterly disrespectful. There's no regard for, we might lose this game. Nope. They literally had the press conference while the game was going on. The press conference for Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, did not end before kickoff. They were doing that during the game. That's so disrespectful. And frankly, honestly, I'd say a bit embarrassing, all things considered. Jimmy's going to go in the Ring of Honor on 12:30 against the Lions. It should be the Monday night game, so you're going to have Trakeman there in attendance. I think that was a big deal for the Cowboys. I love it. It's great. Super disrespectful to do that on the road during the game. Blows my mind. But you know what? They got the win. So before we go, one last question for you guys watching at home or on the road or wherever. One word reaction to the Cowboys win over the Carolina Panthers. Good, ugly, solid, bad, whatever it is, give me your one word in the comments section.